Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News and the live stream. Gotta love the live stream, right? Okay. I'm here with Dino. He's getting some sleep over there. I wanted to cover a conceptual idea that I'm doing, and I wanted to give you guys some background to it. First of all, the issue is running a website. Believe it or not, everyone says, "Oh, what's it cost you?" You know, you get your trolls on there. What's it cost you? You're just being a lovely troll and not gonna respond. By the way, you guys, the fake IDs. If I'm starting to take a hard line. If I see fake IDs, I'm just getting rid of them because a lot of them are on there just to cause shit, to cause trouble, and it's like they're gone. They're done. If I see them, if you see them in the groups, let me know because I'm just deleting their butts. All right. So the concept is here's the issue. As you all know, I'm going through this guy who keeps threatening to sue me since December, and we've offered him $600. He said no. He wants to sue me for $130,000 because a picture showed and it had 2 visitors. That's it, 2 visitors. I went to a very good copyright attorney. I spent a few $100s already, and he said, "Look, you offered him $600. That's more than reasonable. If this goes to court, a judge is going to see that you did that you didn't make any money, that you don't make hardly any money on your site, and they're going to tell this guy he's being unreasonable. He's going to lose." And this is a firm we researched them. They do this to everybody. They're out there. They're looking even at individuals. If you take a picture that's copyrighted and put it up on Facebook, social media, anything, they're sending you a letter saying pay us $6,500 or we're going to sue you for $130,000. And a lot of people are paying it. And so what we found, because I did a ton of research, is this guy ends up, he's not even licensed here, so he'll get another attorney here in Florida, and they'll bring it up for the actual suit. They'll file the actual lawsuit, and then they hope the person pays by that because they get really nervous. And if they're not and they're going to challenge it, then they drop the lawsuit. And it's almost every one of their lawsuits were dropped either way. And in my case, I'm going to put out a few more $100 because I'm going to go all the way because the guy doesn't have a case. And I know that unless he's a real idiot or unless the attorney that takes on the case is a real idiot, my attorney and myself feel like they're going to lose. And they're going to lose $30,000, $40,000, whatever it costs to bring the case because there's no justification. They should have taken the $600 and ran like Getty and everybody else will. So that's that. So I needed money for that. So that's why I started this whole donate sign that's up to your right over here. Unfortunately, only about 10, 12 people donated, and I got a couple $100. And that was an eye-opener, folks. And it was an eye-opener because I've been here, 10 years. I've helped countless amount of people through my Scoop site. Through some of the programs like Keeping It Local, I gave all that money out. Thousands of dollars. Yet, I still have the haters. You're still going to have all that, the haters and everybody. But you can't even find a few people to donate some money, even the ones that you've helped. I remember one person I helped, and I gave them $300. I put their story out there, and they got a ton of money from the GoFundMe. A week later, I put out a report of a family member involved in the incident that brought about the need for the money. And next thing you know, that person's going crazy, attacking me everywhere, all over social media, writing me and everything. I'm like, and that's why I donate money. And the human psyche, it never ceases to amaze me. So I thought, okay, the donate's not working. So I took all my site stuff and I lowered it. And believe it or not, the amount of traffic I get varies. And, the most was like 650,000. So I had to get a development plan, which is over 400,000 visits, which is fine because that's basically where, the counts are range from. And it costs a lot of money. You can get stuff like SEO, something I've never done SEO, and can you imagine how many visitors I would have to this site if I had SEO in play? And SEO, basically search engine optimization. If you go to any of these news agencies, if there's news breaking for the day and you go and look under news on Google or something, you'll see Herald and everybody else, but you won't see me because I've never done any SEO. The other thing is you pay for SSL security. You pay for a to check malware on the site. There's all these different added features you can pay for. And one is the number of visitors. So basically, I had to lower mine down to say, okay, 100,000. And after 100,000, your traffic, your site performance drops significantly. And more people you send to the site after that 100,000, the more and more it's going to decrease until the next month when you start all over. And I exceeded the 100,000 in my first week, which, I sort of suspected, but what I was trying to post less, but being the person I am, it's hard to post less, and I got to start to do that. And that's when somebody said, what do you mean post less? Why would you post less? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I post less because the more I post, the more traffic goes, the worse the performance is. And hence, you got to post less for that. So the other idea I thought is, well, nobody's donating. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody's donating. So how about if I tried advertising, which I can't stand doing. Amazingly enough, my rates are the same as everybody else, and I couldn't really get anybody. Got a couple people, okay? What's amazing about this, folks, is it's the perception of social media or the websites. My friend Donnie and I used to laugh. He had a show at WSRQ. When I would go on there, he would look at his numbers, and his numbers were dismal in comparison to mine. My engagements and everything would blow his away. And he was always amazed that people thought that going there because it's a radio station, and they didn't realize that the engagements aren't even close to something like my Scoop show. The same with news. People think, you got to go to the Gondo twice a week, and that's a newspaper. You got to go there. Wrong. My engagements, I guarantee you, blow the Gondos away. And I would think on digitally, my engagements probably blow just about everyone away. Maybe the closest one, the one that is maybe more because they got a lot more people, is WWSB. Maybe up there. And we may be the same because my engagements are so good. I don't know what their engagements are like. So I took the digital rates for everybody, and still nothing because that perception, your social media, I don't want to go on there. And that ignorance level out there that they don't realize that it's a more effective medium. So I thought, okay, that's not working, and I can't stand the ads. The other issue was I refuse to not put out negative information on someone that's paying for advertising if a story comes out. If a story comes out that's about somebody and it doesn't put a positive light on them, I can't ethically not put it out. And the other local MSM does. So that's something people aren't a fan of. The other thing is I said, okay, let me try the Scoop on Deals. And what I thought is that let me do something that's going to cost me the least amount of money that I can put out there, that A, it'll be a benefit to the businesses, and B, it'll be a benefit to the consumers. The problem a lot of businesses have is you'd be amazed at how many got pissed at me because I won't put out their deals or their flyer or whatever that's going to drive traffic. Well, guess what? That's a promotion. That's something you advertise because it's driving revenue, foot traffic and revenue into your business. But every single business out there wants me to do it for free. I hardly see anyone that won't do it, won't pay. They want it all for free. That's one of the reasons why I stopped these people saying, do you know of a plumber? Do you know of a lawn guy? Because what I found out was happening is, let's say a lawn guy. Lawn guys would have a lady come on, or a guy, and say, hey, I'm in search of a lawn company. And then they would just inundate it with their ads. And it was a way of publishing or advertising their company and their goods. And I caught on to it, and I'm like, that's sort of fucked up that they're doing that. That they're trying to work around because they want it for free and they don't want to pay. So that's why you don't see me post anything when people ask, where can I find a lawn guy? Where can I find a plumber? I don't do it anymore because you got these jerks, some of these jerks out there that were purposely doing it so that they could advertise their business. So we went on, and I came up with this concept, and I'm seeing very little interest, again, because businesses hate to pay. And I don't even have a set amount of money yet, but I can look at all the analytics that are out there and the communications to me, and you're seeing very little interest. So I thought, okay, I'll do a video. We'll try one more time because I'm basically at the end of my wits, at the end of my options in terms of what I can do to pull in the money to make this site a worthwhile site. And why continue putting in all my effort and time if the community isn't going to appreciate it as much? And I know I'm out there. I know I see the engagements. I see the visits to my page. I know it's being utilized like crazy, and which is amazing. And the disconnect is why don't they see enough value that they'll financially do this A, B, C, or whatever? And I still don't understand that. So to explain this scoop on deals, and basically what we're going to do is this. Not that page. Okay, here we go. I would advertise the site. It's going to be advertised on all my social media, on my websites, and everywhere. Okay, scoop on deals, and then you say, okay, where do I go? I want a restaurant. Now, they'll click on restaurants. You can break it down. I'm going to break it down by city, and let's say they're looking for pasta or something like that. They're going to see Angelo's. They're not going to see anybody else. And this is just a sample. And they'll say, well, Angelo's is offering a deal. I'm going to go there. I just want pasta. I can go anywhere for pasta. I want to go to Angelo's because they're offering me a deal today. For the businesses, if they pay some extra money, I'll let them put like a picture next to their Angelo's or whatever to try to draw more attention from the consumer. So then the consumer clicks the Angelo's, and on this page, Angelo's could put whatever they want. They could put their pictures, they could put their phone numbers, they could put their different deals, they could put that their address is X, they can put that they're a grocery store, they can put that they're a deli. All that I want on there is a deal for the consumer because they came to this page. And the consumer would then bring in their phone. 80% of the traffic is phone. Now, I'm asking the businesses if they do this to create a JPEG so that people can just print that for the 20% that aren't on the phone. But you just bring in your phone, you pull up my website, you go there and you say, look, I want this deal. And the business honors it. It's driving in foot traffic, which is driving in revenue for the business. It's offering discounts to the consumer. It's a win-win for everybody. It's kind of like those little discount cards I had. The problem, again, goes back to the fact that, and I hate to say it, they don't like to advertise. You guys aren't even on that page all the time. Let me do this again. So here it is. Let me do real quick for you. I thought you guys were on there. You want a restaurant. You see all the different dudes, spa deals and stuff, and I'm still creating it. Restaurants, there's Angelo's, and you could get, if you're a business, you could put your little Angelo's there or whatever logo you want if you pay extra. You go to Angelo's, they can put anything they want there, and the site will be like that. All right? And to me, conceptually, it's a great idea. A win-win for everybody. Again, getting very little interest in it, so I thought, okay, I'll do a video report. We'll see if we can try to garner some interest. And that's where I'm at right now, folks. It's like, you know, the only other option is I got to post a lot less. And, you know, people, I think one of the things that people enjoy about this scoop is, A, I post first. I get a lot of the news out there first. B, people that can't get their stories out there come to me to get their stories out there, and they get picked up by a lot of the local MSMs. If not, it draws enough attention to their issue that it gets resolved. Kind of like the people at the elderly place, the senior place in Northport. The mayor contacted me yesterday. She's got 3 different departments working on it. The people contacted me. They said the Sun wants to do a story on it. It's getting traction. But I'll have to do less and less of those because, to me, A, you don't want to jeopardize the performance of the overall site because then it's just a lousy experience all around. And B, if people don't appreciate it enough to do something like advertise for the Scoop on Deals, donate, or do something like that, then why are you doing it? And so my limitations went to cover the guy that's like, why would you do less? Well, it would just be me writing a couple articles, me doing a couple videos like the one I did on Sunday where I interviewed a candidate or I interviewed another individual, and I won't put all the other stuff out there. Trying to find a happy ground, if you will. So that's where I stand, and I wanted to make one more pitch for that Scoop on Deals. Again, I think it's a great idea conceptually, and I think businesses would benefit from it. I think the consumer will benefit from it. All around a good thing, and I can do certain upgrades once I see more interest in it. And who knows, maybe I could lower the rates. If the rate is X when I start out, maybe I can lower it down to Y because we're getting such a good amount of individuals involved in it. Will I do what I've done before and put it back into the community a lot? Yeah, probably. You guys all remember. I think it was Frank Peacock. One of my issues with that him. And by the way, guys, it's funny. A lot of people, I get approached by people left and right, and they said, "Yeah, all your articles were very key in him getting his job back." And it's funny is I never got a thank you from anyone on that. And I wasn't looking for a thank you, but I just thought it was really odd, especially with how they were all out there pushing me to put stuff out. And again, I didn't even like the guy. And the reason is it goes up to this whole card issue. I had that keeping it local. And he was one of the people out there that was basically saying I was mobbed up or something, that I'm crooked. And little do people know, like, here's a prime example. Of those cards, I gave, I think it was something like $800 to SLA because certain kids couldn't go to the Busch Garden end of the year trip. My daughter told me about it, so I gave the money. My daughter didn't even know I gave the money to him. Nobody knew it. And I was doing that throughout the area. I was giving it to parents that couldn't put food on the table. Lisa would say, hey, here's a family, why don't we toss them $100, $200? And so you reflect back on all that stuff, and it's to me, to be quite honest, is disappointing that so many people don't reflect on everything I've done through the years, and you get very little interest in stuff like this that I put out and trying to drive in some money to make the site better. But you get a lot of vitriol. I mean, I get attacked on sites because I wear shirt, flip-flops, and jeans. And it's amazing how often I'm attacked. But I guess, like some people say, you're a public figure now, you got to deal with it. Yeah, but, I mean, come on, guys. Where's the morality? All right, I got to get back to work. I have a lot of medical coding to do, which pays the bills. So everybody have a great day. Consider this Scoop on Dills. Get the video out there. And hopefully this will do it. If not, then we'll rethink how we got to do it and how much we can put out. All right, everyone, this has been Francesco Abbruzzino with The Scoop.